What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla stock and the overall markets. I'm also going to talk about some very important updates involving Elon Musk and his safety, not to mention things that Jerome Powell just said and how all of this is affecting the markets. But before I break down all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And then don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit $100 and you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, plus free level 2 data with $0 of commission trading. Once again, the offer ends in 2 weeks. Check it out before they run out. Anyways, now let's talk about what's happening to Tesla. So Tesla has resistance at this 258 area near our 20 EMA. We have support currently at 255, so Tesla's kind of like stuck right over here. I could see this dipping lower towards about 255, and we're seeing a little bit of weakness kind of developing. But if we close below this yellow line right here, the 50 EMA, or we end up losing it intraday, there's going to be a risk of us coming down to fill that gap. And I think that SPY has a very similar setup. We also have this gap down here on SPY, which hasn't filled yet. We're trying to rebound a little bit, but just like Tesla, you guys can see the market kind of pumped, then it started to dump a bit with Jerome Powell's speech. We actually saw SPY drop 5 points. QQQ dropped quite a bit, only to rebound. So what's going on with the markets? I'm going to talk about the charts in just a couple of minutes. So as a reminder, there's not much data coming out tomorrow morning before the market opens, so we don't have to worry too much about open. There's actually not too much data coming out tomorrow. But today we had Jerome Powell give a speech. When the guy gave his speech, he indicated the Fed is not going to wait until inflation is down to 2% before cutting rates. That's pretty obvious. They're not going to wait until inflation is all the way down there until they start acting. They have to actually act in advance. He made that very, very clear. He also mentioned that once again, once again, we're starting to see a little bit of contraction in the labor markets. And he said other things like that. He also mentioned that during the next meeting, they're going to give us more updates as the Fed has to just wait on a lot of data. But it's also very important to note that the idea that the central bank policy works with long and viable lags, that's the reason why they wouldn't necessarily wait for them to hit the target. So they're going to basically cut rates before because interest rates are going to remain elevated anyways, and then let inflation reach that 2% target. And the closer it gets to that, the more they're going to be cutting. That's something that he implied. It's possible the market priced a lot of this in initially. That's why we got this little pump. And then it's kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news event where we kind of started selling off as Jerome Powell started speaking. That's a strong possibility. Now we're just continuing to remain range bound. So that's something I just wanted to note. When it comes to Tesla, I want to talk about some very important things involving Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is basically, a very, very important man. I want to make that very, very clear. He mentioned over the weekend that he fully endorses President Trump after the tragedy that happened over the weekend. It is it's still a tragedy to hear anything like that is happening. And I just want to say once again, for those who are new, that I'm in the middle. I'm not going to take any sides. I'm going to be completely unbiased. I wish the best and good health for both Trump and Biden. And violence is never the answer, so I'm going to be very, very honest about that. But Elon Musk endorses President Trump, and I completely respect that. That's completely okay. I'm never gonna once again change my views solely because of this or kind of criticize him for that. People have the right to believe what they want to, so that is fine. But this does bring about a lot of important things. Okay. Making claims like this has its risks. You have to be very, very careful when considering that. And during an interview today, Elon Musk actually said that he faced two recent potential tragedies. So it's very, very horrible to hear about that. I actually have the sentence right here if you want to read it. And, it's something that's very scary to kind of think about. Okay. It's very, very scary, very, very sad. And we have to be very open minded about this. This is why many Tesla shareholders now want the board to increase Elon Musk's security budget. And I personally think it's a great idea. I think that, Elon Musk is firstly, he's a very, very important man. He's wealthy, he's powerful, and he is the CEO of Tesla. And with his wealth, it has a lot of important aspects for improving different systems for humanity, improving different companies, and helping with innovation and doing all sorts of very, very pivotal things. So Elon Musk is an important man. His vision is also very, very important. And he's one of the best CEOs on the planet. He's great at building teams to help make things a reality, and he's very, very great at defying the odds. So I personally believe that he's a very, very important figure in many different industries, even like politics. You want to go down that route for engineering and such. So it's very important to keep him protected. We have to protect people like Elon Musk. And he's very, very open about his beliefs, what he wants to say. He just says it. That's okay, I respect his freedom of speech. But if that's going to be the case, there are risks involved. Okay. He even mentioned that things have happened to him. Two individuals have targeted him in the past. Just in the last few months, it's happened to him. And I'm very very happy that Elon Musk is, he's well, he's alive. I wish him good health as well. But I just want to make it clear that this is very serious during times like this. I think that this is a great idea that the board should approve, increasing Elon Musk's security budget amidst all of this. Well, on top of this, I also saw more news from Elon Musk. He was talking about the next FSD update 12.5, which is going to have a lot more, useful improvements. He listed them in an earlier tweet. I'm going to talk more about that maybe later on. And he's also been tweeting a lot about the incident that happened over the weekend. He's still tweeting about it as I speak. So it's very important that he's kind of like talking about different strategies when it comes to the way in which Secret Service members or anyone in general should protect others. He's saying that having a small person as a body cover for a large man is like an undersized speedo at the beach, which is kind of funny. But he has a good point, right? We're not referring to anyone in particular. We're just trying to say that bodyguards have to be very serious. They have to be, it's more probable and more useful for them to be large, especially if they have a job like that when trying to cover someone that's much bigger, and different factors like that. So I found it interesting for him to be talking about this since the subject is now out there. It makes me also think about Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is also a large man and he's going to need a lot of protection too. So I really hope that he gets a lot of bodyguards, a lot of large ones as well for his safety. Something else that's just worth noting. Anyways, with that being said, there's not really a whole lot else going on with his tweets that are Tesla related, but I just want to focus now more on what's happening with the charts. So for Tesla, the 30-minute is losing some support right over here. We're actually building more bearish momentum right here, and volume is slowing down. So I see us dipping towards this yellow line right here, the 254.84 area. And we're going to be watching to see if Tesla rebounds or not off of this. It might just shuffle a bit. If we close below this, I do see us filling this gap very soon. So I do see a risk of Tesla dipping down a little bit. Same thing with SPY. If you guys look at SPY, we kind of like pumped all the way up to just under 565. Then we dumped all the way down with Jerome Powell's speech down to 560, only to rebound. So this is our range, okay? With this nice range all the way around this 560 area, all the way up to about 565. That's going to be our range. And right now we're in the middle testing 562.5. So I think we're going to likely retest this and kind of consolidate a bit in the middle. And we'll have to see which way we end up moving, especially going into tomorrow. As of right now, we're range bound. So I think SPY will consolidate, not really do a whole lot. Nvidia is showing some weakness. So we're starting to see some weakness in some tech stocks. Nvidia dumped. It tried to rebound to 131 and then it dumped with Jerome Powell's speech all over again. So this is looking like a double top like structure. Watch resistance at 129. And if we fail to reclaim that, we're going to be coming back down towards 126 on NVIDIA. So there might be a little dip coming. I want to give you guys a heads up about that. Bitcoin is continuing to rally. We're going to be approaching 64,000 as the next resistance. So I think there's a good chance we're going to be going all the way back up there. If you look at this range, we're actually at resistance very close to 64,000. If that breaks, we'll be looking for about 64,500. There's more upside potential in Bitcoin. We're actually looking bullish on the 30 minutes time frame. So this is outperforming the market, has more potential growth coming. For others out there, we also happen to have ES. ES, just like SPY's range bounce. Look at this range we kind of are developing right over here. We bounced off 56.75, and we've been holding resistance around the 5700s. We're in the middle, just going back and forth and back and forth. We're going to likely continue to do so. We could push closer to 5700, maybe get very close to that, then just consolidate. I find that to be a little bit more probable. For the QQQ, we're trying to rebound a little bit. Make sure you watch support around 495. We also have resistance at 497. If this breaks, I'll be looking for basically 498. Like I said about SPY, we're just consolidating right now. We're going to likely continue to do so for a bit. So watch for some consolidation and see which way we break. Going into tomorrow, if we end up losing 495, I see us getting a little rug pull to 492. And if we could try to reclaim 500, we'll turn bullish. It's looking a little bit less probable. It's looking a little tricky because I'm seeing more weakness on this chart compared to SPY. So just be kind of careful with that. Apple pushed very nicely to 237. Now it's starting to reject it, but this is also affecting the QQQ a lot. Make sure you watch 234.5 as support. If we lose that, we're coming back down to 233. We'll see what kind of reaction we get. For Supermicro, we pushed all the way up to 920. I said we have to hold 920 to be bullish. We rejected. Now we're barely testing 900 as resistance with support at 891. If that fails, I'll be looking for 880 as our next target. So we will see how well this holds up. Watch 900 as resistance, and we're going to likely shuffle for now. But we'll see. There is a risk of some downside. As usual, the IWM is very bullish, still breaking out. If it breaks 218, I think we'll get very close to 220. Looks more bullish to me. For Coinbase, we gapped up and we're continuing to rally, so it's actually pushing with Bitcoin. I think there's a good chance we actually try to retest the high of the day going into tomorrow. Uh, we have a nice double bottom leg structure, so this is looking a little bit more bullish to me. I could be looking for us to eventually try to get closer to 248, so it looks a little bit more bullish. Amazon, lo and behold, it hit my target of 192. Went a little bit lower. We actually hit like the 191 area, but it came very close. I could be looking for a retest of 193.43. We'll see if we get a rejection or not. Overall, there's still weakness in Amazon's chart, so it may pop and drop. That's also what's dragging the market down a little bit, at least to some extent. Meta hit 502 and kind of rejected, so we're barely holding this 496 area. If we close below 497 or our 4-hour 200 EMA, we're going to turn even more bearish. So this is showing some weakness right now. So we have 497 as key support. We're actually below that. So there's a risk of Meta getting a big drop if we close below 497. So just be careful. That's our 200 EMA. Microsoft kind of rejected off our 50 EMA. Going to be looking for a test of about 452. Still showing some weakness. Google has resistance around 189, just under like 190, 189 to 190, and I could see this actually dipping to 187, so we'll just have to give it some time. But anyways, guys, that's it for my video. As far as Tesla goes, we're still showing some signs of weakness. I do see some risks of Tesla potentially coming down to fill the gap if we end up closing below 255, if we close close to that. So just be careful. Market is also slowing down, so we'll just have to see how things go. Jerome Powell said some important things, and I also made some important claims about Elon Musk, which I, holds to my heart. I want Musk to remain safe, and I want the best for them. And also, when it comes to security, I really hope that Tesla's Gigafactories also remain safe. Their employees are also very important. But I'm talking specifically about Elon Musk because he's the main one that we're kind of talking about with all this stuff that's been going on. So I just wanted to focus on him. I also care about the safety for every Tesla employee. I was just talking about Musk in the very beginning. But anyways, that's it for my video. Hope for the best for everyone, and I just want to see you guys very soon on the next one. Have a great day, guys, and peace out.